Welcome to the Roving Eye, the program that keeps a watchful eye out for events both locally and on the open road. I'm your host, Tom Petersack. On this program, we'll be taking a nature walk with the Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy as they celebrate their 10th anniversary of preserving natural open space here on the peninsula. And then it's down to Zamperini Field and Torrance Airport, where we'll talk with Lou Zamperini, legendary World War II hero and bombardier pilot on the B-24. The B-24 was on static display recently as part of Armed Forces Day. And then it's on the open road as we rendezvous with the Wyoming Wagon Train Expedition back in 1990 as they celebrate their centennial. We'll be underway in just a minute, so stay with us. The Roving Eye is designed to inspire, educate, and entertain. Unlike many television programs, producer Tom Petersack takes his cameras to the heart of the action, both locally and on the open road, compiling interesting stories about people, places, and events. If your business, group, or organization would like to advertise on this unique show, call 540-5033. We can also produce a complete commercial for your business at a very reasonable rate with special incentives for advertising on the Roving Eye. That's 540-5033.
Editing, video, images, music, graphics, digital effects, voices. It all comes together at Island View Studios.
The Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy is a non-profit, non-political public benefit corporation dedicated to the preservation of natural open space on the Palos Verdes Peninsula. On April 11, 1998, the Conservancy held a special anniversary walk celebrating a decade of preserving natural open space on the peninsula. We met Bill Ayler, president and founder of the Conservancy, who talked about the organization and the walk.
My name is Bill Ayler. I'm president of the Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy. I'd like to welcome you this morning to our nature walk at the Lyndon H. Chandler Preserve. The Lyndon H. Chandler Preserve was established by the Conservancy and the City of Rolling Hills Estates back in 1994 after it was acquired from the Robertson family or the Chandler family. That was a deal which used LA County Prop A funds, funds which the Conservancy managed to put on the 1992 ballot and was approved by LA County voters. This property is a beautiful one. We've got a lot of management projects going on here. You'll be able to see some of our plant restoration work. We have nice volunteer activities if any of you would like to come and join us for those, and we think you'll really enjoy the walk today. Thank you very much. On the walk today, you'll observe some beautiful native plants. This rains we've had this winter have really brought the plants out, and I think you'll find this to be quite a beautiful walk. We'll be walking on some very nice trails. These trails are open to the public, so you can come and enjoy them yourself if you like. You'll also see a plot where the Conservancy has been planting native plants. These plants are grown in this plot and then transferred and moved from there out into the preserve itself. We have a monthly work project here where we invite individuals to come and share the experience of transplanting these plants and also planting new ones. So if you're so motivated, come. We hope you enjoy the walk.
Although there was a moderate steady rain, it didn't dampen the spirits of those in attendance who, along with the Roving Eye, toured through 28 acres of open space preserve dedicated by the Conservancy in the city of Rolling Hills in 1993.
Well, let me thank you for being here this morning. As you can tell, this is not one of our better days for nature walking. However, we've got a number of hardy people who are really enjoying this place. This plaque back here basically was put on the property at our dedication ceremony back in April of 1994. It denotes the fact that the Conservancy and the City of Rolling Hills Estates preserved this land. It's 28.5 acres. It is now the Lyndon H. Chandler Preserve. This is the most recent formally preserved piece of land on the peninsula.
Our tour guide, Anka Rao, provided detailed information and insights about the preserve in Rolling Hills.
My name is Anka Rao. I'm a board member of the Palos Verdes Land Conservancy. And as you had heard our president, Bill Ayler, speak, we are here to preserve open space if we can. And we are a totally volunteer group, non-political, and we work with anybody that is willing to save open space. This whole area is, like I said, very historic. It's part of the Rancho Los Palos Verdes that was purchased originally from the, actually from the King of Spain. And if you go on our walks frequently, you will hear these names again and again: Sepulvedas, Dominguez, Banning, Bixby, all names that we find on our streets and area, cities, and so forth. And the reason is because those were the old families that were here first. Juan Dominguez was a soldier in the 1700s for Mexico, or the King of Spain, and he got this land as a reward for his services to the King of Spain. He got a ranch by the size of 76,000 acres. Now, to give you an idea what that is all the land from Long Beach to Rosecrans Avenue, Compton, over to Redondo Beach, and here. Eventually, the land was sold off for a variety of reasons, and the Vanderlip ended up with 16,000 acres. When we see little blue flags sticking out here in the weeds, those are areas where we planted natives. They don't look like much, but they're important for this area because we had a biologist actually give us a plan on how we should reforest or restore this property to make it as close as possible to what it used to be 200 years ago.
When you think about it, the American Indians, the Gabrielino that were here, and we do find evidence of their existence on this particular site. When we walk around here, we're walking through their market and their drugstore and their hardware store and their tool store and their toy store. Basically, everything that you see around here, I don't think there was a single plant that we can't find something that they probably used it for.
We stopped here because I wanted to point out some of the plants that are surrounding us on this hill. As you can see here, here are the remains of some of the farming that was done in this particular arroyo or in this particular valley and property. This is still barley from the days when there were barley fields. And of course the seeds also get carried by birds and by the wind. But this area was farmed and was part of the farming operations here. And we also have mallow, which is this big plant. It comes in all sizes. We have had a lot of rain, so this is really big and fat this year. This whole hill, you can see, really has a lot of grain on it. And and you can see the fat kernels. This is the remainders of the barley. The reason barley was farmed here on the peninsula in general was because it could survive without a lot of water. We're stopping here and we're looking down into this little creek bed. It doesn't look like much, but this little creek comes all the way from the top of the hill, from behind the gates, the city of Rolling Hills. It's called Ben Spink Creek, and it is actually a registered blue line stream on the topographic maps of the government. Which means that if you want to do anything to it, that you have to get permission from both federal and state levels. There's this whole forest of bamboo-like plants called arundo, and they unfortunately multiply very quickly, just like bamboo sprouts from the roots. Also, little pieces can just fall on the ground and root, and it was originally imported, again, it's a European plant, as a windscreen and an erosion-preventing plant.
And what we do here is actually solarize the whole area first. It means laying out plastic and waiting for the sun to come, and it burns up all the grass. We pull it all out. Seeds then are collected from around the property and in some cases around the peninsula, but we try to keep them very localized. We spread the seeds then, water them a little bit to give them a jump on some of the other plants and some of the non-native plants, and then we just keep weeding around them to give them a chance to get big.
For information about the walk, call 541-7613. This is Tom Petersack for the Roving Eye saying so long from Rolling Hills, California.